Hey, hi, hello. Good afternoon. Hope your weekend has been going well for you so far. As for me, I had plans. I wanted to maybe run a few errands yesterday, but I kind of looked over my supplies, my stocks, and everything, and I figured, you know what, I can wait a week, right? I did run a few, but they were like some of the things I could accomplish in like a few minutes, so yeah, just spent yesterday just relaxing. Played some more Warriors or Rochi. Did a bit of Monster Train 2. Did some Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Also did a little bit of Soulstone Survivors, which is what we're gonna look at today. Good evening! Good evening to you, Molecular Shadow Fox. It's good to see you as always. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. Here, weather's been like really hot around Western Europe. I see like a lot of Western European VTubers going, "It's so warm." Yeah, and I hope you are taking it as best you can, right? Do what you need to do to stay cool and everything. Whew. Good to be here. Pretty good. Yep, we've been baked to crispy husks. Oh man, yeah. We're in the middle of it, right? Northern Hemisphere is in the middle of the summer months, so gonna be like that for a bit. But hey, give it about 1.5, right, and we'll get into autumn. Things will start cooling down. I'll have to switch up our wardrobe, but at least we can be cozy, if for a moment. But hey, as much as like how the heat around here is pretty turned up. Soulstone Survivors came out in 1.0, right? So they've got everything they want, right? They got all their characters, they got all their modes, all their skills. You know, the funny thing is, like when I started this up, post like 1.0 patch, they had a prompt that came up that said, "Hey, you want to do the intro?" They'll just give you a short tutorial and just a primer on how this entire plot started. It's pretty amusing. It's nothing you haven't seen before, right? Like all the heroes have gathered to defeat the big evil final boss, but turns out there was a traitor amongst their ranks, and they went and kind of took out the leader. And like one of the guys who stayed back was like, you know, it's been a while since everyone is gone. I should probably go in and see how it's going. And that's basically how it all starts, right? So I guess this whole thing has just been about trying to recover all the other characters, which is why we have those unlock conditions and everything, right? But yeah. Been satin underwear for the most part, yeah. Right, stay cool however you can. 3 a.m. this morning, humidity was up to 92% and temperature was 28 degrees Celsius. Woo! Oh, yeah, that's a really uncomfortable combo right there, right? Did pick up some new thigh highs on Saturday. Ooh, very nice, very nice. That's a one way to stay cool, right? Stay cool, stay modest, and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's get in here, right? Got a whole bunch of things to see here, and you can see right from the onset they changed the title screen, right? You remember how like before this big gem here was front and center and perhaps a little less textured, but now it's like a slightly angled shot, right? And you got like people all on the front just like worshipping this giant stone here, very very important stone. And yeah, you got like the whole main menu stuff too, right? Start game, settings, and quit. But you know, start the game. Whoa! Just zooms out and you see this fella over here, right? One of the new guys, the engineer, on the side. Color combo I've never had before. Oh, what colors are we talking about? It's like one of those like differently colored socks, or are they like a gradient? I don't know. I kind of dig those. I'm starting to dig those now. Maybe a future outfit might have that. Okay, and here's the other thing they added. There, you can select a different character, and it would be like,
the tide rises.
Yeah, that's right. They added voice acting. So every character has like a couple of quips they'll have at the character select screen. They'll say some stuff during a run, And the intro cutscene also has some voiced parts to it. It's very interesting, you know. I did not expect them to include voice acting, but they do a pretty good job of it. I think it helps give everyone a personality and all that stuff, right? Ooh, purple and powder blue alternate stripes. Yeah, that's a pretty styling combo there. Very, very Candy-esque, I'm imagining. Yeah, go over to this guy.
I sink or swim.
Right, sounds like pirate. Go here. Right, the Machinist, one of the final characters they added.
Primed for battle.
Very much sounds like a guy over the intercom, as you might expect. And then have the samurai.
The blade is the way.
You know, I'm surprised it took a while for them to add a character like this, but apparently this was like a community chosen class, right? The devs, game smithing, like put up a poll on Discord. I was like, all right, so what sort of archetype do you want to see us try to form into a character? And Samurai won, so this is what they got here, right? This is a slot 22, so that's pretty cool, right? The community had a hand in the direction of this game, right? Pirate sword is a thing of beauty.
I sink or swim.
Yeah. It's very, very, at least the one I'm having right now is very serrated blade, right? But you can see these other swords on the side. One of them's got chains, the other's got, like, other wrappings around it. Like a good cutlass. I don't know, I'm kind of drawn to characters that have, like, a melee ranged sort of fighting style like this guy does, right? Like, gun in one hand, sword in the other, so he's a threat no matter where you try to fight him from, right? Oh, but these characters, they're not the only ones who have voices. Guess what?
What can I do for you, Hunter?
Blacksmith also has a voice, right? Is it just me or this guy sound like Gary Busey? I don't know. For some reason, Gary Busey just pops to my mind
You got any void fragments for me?
whenever I hear that. Not quite sure. But yeah. Most of it, but there's been some UI overhauls. There's been some additions, right? The skill tree is still what it is, but now we got every wedge of it filled out now because we got all the characters. So it's pretty cool. The infinitely insane Gary Busey. Okay, let's enough messing around in the menus, right? We'll go with our first character we're looking at here, the Monkey King, right? Fellow inspired by Sun Wukong himself. I'm just do a regular run here. Oh, this is like one of the other improvements they added. Such a minor thing, but I love that they added it. Just like a checkbox that lets you check all of the curses in a particular category. I'm not sure why it took them so long to put it in, but I'm glad they put it in now, so that's pretty cool. Distant relative to Sun. Maybe. But yeah, everything else is the same, right? The runes are the same since we last saw them. Achievements are the same too. Crafting weapons is also the same. Everyone's got an artifact power now, so lots of cool stuff. Oh yeah, they changed their title page too, right? Just yeah, the loading screen artwork is chef's kiss, right? It's cool, right? It kind of gives it that mystical feel and everything.
Deserts whisper secrets. I prefer screams.
Oh my. This Monkey King's a bit of a sadist, huh? And the overall gameplay is still very much as it was before, right? If you played Horde Survival, you probably know how this goes down. You just try to survive as long as possible while you're completing your objective. I think this is what I like about this game, right? It's not a specified amount of time It's more like you have a certain number of enemies you need to defeat, and right, you gotta work towards that. Okay, let's see if I can find an electric thing here. All right, fine, we'll go with power conductor.
That'll get me swinging.
You can always swap skills out later, right? Yeah, you can feel the heat from that desert from here. Oh, right. Yeah, kind of funny I started with this, huh? I mean, this is the first map of the game that you usually encounter, right? It's kind of funny though, right? Most games usually start you off in like some grassy fields, and Soulstone Survivors is like, nah, we're gonna put you in the desert first. Have fun with that. Were there any other games that started in not a grassy area? Oh, you know what? I realized I remembered one. I think, was it one of the Sonic games did that? I think it was, Sonic Forces, I believe? It was like Green Hill Zone, but it was like extremely dilapidated, right? Just turned into a desert expanse for one reason or another. I think someone was playing like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and we're like, oh, Mushroomy Kingdom was a pretty cool idea for a stage. Why don't we do that, but with Green Hill Zone, right?
Gods, 1 for 5. Come on!
Sonic Adventure 1 was started at Beach. Oh, right! Yeah, you're right, right. Emerald Coast. I remember that well. Sonic is just like chilling on at the hotel pool when he sees Tails crash, and he's like, "Oh snap! I gotta go save him," and he goes and saves Tails. You know, I heard like a rumor, right? This is a very, very preliminary rumor, so take it with like the biggest grain of salt. But I heard they were gonna do a remake of Sonic Adventure, which honestly sounds like a weird thing to do, considering, you know, Sonic Adventure was pretty momentous for its time, but I think most people agree that that game is not one that has aged very well. On the other hand, if Sonic Team can, you know, improve upon the gameplay and make it like, you know, play like a good modern Sonic, then maybe, right? You'll believe it when you see it? Yeah, that's fair. Always take rumors with a grain of salt, right? Don't get too much hope from them, because that's all they are. They might not pan out. It might not even be true. Yeah, the poor camera and stuff, but they did Proud Into, yeah. I mean, there are still some people who also say maybe Adventure 2 also has not aged well, but I'd say it's aged better than Adventure 1. Like, when people play like a Sonic Adventure, right, they always go and play Sonic Adventure 2. Rarely do you see anyone go back to play Sonic Adventure 1.
Another fool thinking they can catch me. Seriously?
That's still better than Sonic 06. Oh my god. I think it would be the end of the world if they ever announced a remake of Sonic 06. Then again, given just like how infamous that game is, I do not think that they will ever revisit that except to mock it thoroughly. Perhaps a bit of a shame, right? You imagine a bit more refinement. That game might have been decent. Just a combination of factors, right? The quality of the game and the landscape of the internet being what it is at the moment. It's rather unfortunate, right? There are some elements of one that you really love. Like, what kinds of elements we're talking about? Because there's definitely some parts of 1 that I like as well, right? I kind of dig the open world, their attempt at an open world, right? Even if it was like mostly fluff, it was kind of fun, just like running around the world as Sonic and pals. It's like one of the things I was slightly bummed that they took out for Adventure 2, right? Like the only free roaming you got was in the Chow Gardens, which was fine, but yeah, and the transforming egg carrier, I forgot about that. Yeah, I dug that too as a kid. Fortunately, Eggman traded it in for like a desert base, which was also cool, but yeah, the free roaming, right? That was kind of fun, right? Because you sometimes like just saw like elements of other stories just kind of pop up, like the way after Knuckles just exits Casino Zone, he sees just Sonic and Tails completely knocked out right in front of him. Like, huh, what's with them? And he goes on with his story. You could happily play Skydeck all day long. Ah, nice. It's nice to have a game or a level like that that just stands out to you and just gives you a big smile anytime you come back to it. Like, I was playing Remnant 2, right? I was taking the second run through the campaign, right? And when I got back to the final boss again, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about ready to experience Peak all over again. I really enjoy the final boss of Remnant 2. I'm sure we've had other moments like that, right? Other moments in games that's like, yeah, you know, I don't mind coming back to this every now and then, just to relive the moment, right? Even if it's not the first time all over again, can still have a good time with it, right? Yeah, some levels are just perfect for you and stick with you, right? I get that.
Yes, that's what I needed.
No, I remember Curse Level 7 being an absolute nightmare in earlier builds of the game. I remember, of course, this was back before they did the whole boss rework too, so when you hit like the high curse levels, runs essentially became just like a boss rush where you were fighting like one boss after another because they were all so goddamn tanky. Also, there weren't any hard stops after you know, every set of boss battles, so the enemy counter kept ticking up, and inevitably you would hit like the next breakpoint to summon more bosses, so they just all came at you, right? They all came at you until the stage was finished. But thankfully they fixed that up, so you do have periods, you have the downtime between bosses where you can just kill enemies. Although when you're strong enough, that tends to be a short period of time anyway. It's appreciated nonetheless. Oh, another thing that I think they added in between updates that you probably noticed, but you see they have a map in the upper right now, right? Just a map of the entire area. So you know where the drops are, you know where the bosses are, you know where all the important landmarks are. It's nice, right? You don't have to try to remember where everything is, or just try to follow the vague arrows around the screen to get what you need. You're like, yeah, you can tell exactly where it is and what you'll need to do to get there, right? It's very handy. And they do have options to toggle the map too, so if that's too distracting for you, you can turn it off or change the size of it. I like that, right? I like it when games give you options to kind of tailor the experience to make it better for you, right? Either either for your sake or for the sake of your machine, but it's always appreciated, you know? So I like having a map around, but there are some other people who might not want that. They can choose to remove it, right? They have several options related to like the health bars and the damage numbers as well, right? You want to see like each individual damage number, or you just want to see like a total. And if you want to see like the health bar make a difference, but make a distinction between like just regular damage or damage that enemies incur from like say poison or burning or bleeding or something like that, you can turn that on or off as well. It's all very, very appreciated. The minimap is a must. Oh yeah, I like it when a game that has like a fairly extensive area also gives you a minimap, because it's nice, you know. Like I guess I can appreciate a sense of discovery, but sometimes I just want to get from one place to another, you know. Like, exploring things is fun to start, but after a while, you kind of get your fill of that. You just want to progress with the game. That's where something like that comes in handy.
Monkey's still the best. Who's next?
Who's next is the next character, which I believe is the engineer. Anyways, that's another run done. Oh, you know what they finally added after 1.0? It's like one of the characters you unlock, I think it was like the samurai, finally gives you a rune that boosts the amount of prestige you gain from runs by like 40%. So a not insignificant number. But
Let's melt some gears.
I guess it's nice to kind of clean things up, right? After you kind of make your way through the entire game, the game finally goes, all right, here's a thing that'll help speed along the process to level everyone else up, right? Get them to maximum level. Because they have added achievements for like just maxing out every character's skill tree, and then overall achievements for maxing the skill trees of a certain number of characters, right? Ah, nuts! I forgot to move it up. That's fine. And I can do Curse 6. That just means this will go even faster.
Oh, darkness. Let's light it up, shall we?
Yeah, point A to point B when you're not distracted by side missions. The other peril of open world games. So many times I've tried to play Elder Scrolls, and I'm like, yeah, I'll you know, just get through a lot of the main quest, but nah. There's a lot of side quests and side dungeons and all that good stuff. Is that guy a refugee from Deep Rock Galactic? Maybe he's like an ancestor, you know? Just one of the fellas who came before, right? Yeah, shrapnel bomb. Maybe this guy is Carl, right? He's the Carl that the Deep Rock Galactic guys talk so much about. Never know.
Oh, right on time.
Hello, speaking of Deep Rock Galactic, I know Survivors about to hit 1.0. I think sometime in August they're supposed to do the final release. Seems like they're putting in some interesting stuff, right? They previewed a few things, like how all the characters are gonna have you know, slightly different appearances depending on like what subclass you go for. And apparently they're also adding a gear system. So now you just have equipment that you can find and you can equip to them. And of course they have randomized stats, so I guess that's gonna be the end game for them. And that's probably fine, I think. I think that game needs a little bit of incentive to do all the side modes and everything, so sure, I'll roll with it. I mean, randomized stats on equipment does not, it's not the best, but if they're not like gating us or anything like that. I suppose I can work with it.
Ah, finally! A big target. Good.
You know, also on the subject of Deep Rock Galactic, I saw there's a Kickstarter project up for like more expansions for the board game. I didn't even realize there was a Deep Rock Galactic board game, but now I'm very, very interested in it. Only problem is like I was looking at the complete set tier because I figured I'd go for that. Like, but it's like the equivalent of $700. Like I would like to get that, but I'm not sure if it's like $700 I want to get that. I might just splurge for like the starter tier and maybe one of their expansions, but might be a good idea anyway, right? Like you don't want to go all in before if you even know you like the game or not, so maybe that makes more sense. Is Twitch trying to tell me something? Adverts for Revlon hair tools? Oh man. Subtle, right? Is that targeted marketing at work?
Feel that jolt.
Wait, what? $700? Yeah! This is like the price for board game and around like 4 big expansions, about 3 mini expansions, and a bunch of extra doodads, so... I mean, when you look at it like that, it kind of makes sense, but yeah, it's a lot to kind of go all in, right? I know I probably won't do that.
You look better from a distance, but thank you anyway.
Yeah, you want it framing in pure gold for that? Right. Better be like the highest quality cardboard. Or actually, no, it better be like made of wood, right? Right, wood and like the highest quality acrylic for the tokens and all that good stuff.
Built for legend.
Yeah, I think how many comms I could get for that. I'd ballpark it at least 7. You know, if I want to do like the expensive comms. You know, I don't know why, but I think Twitter's been beating me up just like a lot of posts of outfits, and I'm just every single one of them I'm going, oh man, that looks cute. Oh man, that looks cute. Oh man, that looks cute. I've been just taking note of all of them. It's like maybe, you know, maybe if I do like a future art commission, I'll perhaps go, hey, you think you could draw my character in this outfit? I should probably do one for summer. I need to do like a summer piece of art for OC. I don't think I got one yet.
Strength in my bones.
It's like some sort of summer vibes commission. I'm trying to think, like, what would I want to do for that? Maybe just like have him chilling on a towel on the beach, right? Just enjoying a drink. Or maybe like sitting back on a lounge chair, right? Drink in hand. That's what I did for the holiday weekend. Just kind of chilled on the beach. Sit back on my lounge chair, just enjoying the waves and the vibes. And that good stuff. Sundress? I was thinking more swimsuit, but yeah, sundress might be nice too. I think I already have like a sundress art commission, so maybe I should post that.
Fuel loaded.
Sundress I would perhaps think of more like maybe strolling through a field, right? It's a grassy field, or maybe like a field of flowers, or just going down a dirt road in the middle of the country, you know? That would be a good fit for that. Yeah, typical anime scene. A lot of anime scenes have some sort of scene in a grassy field, huh?
Can you feel that in your veins, boy?
I guess it's the perfect place to just have some really epic battles go down because it's a lot of space, nothing's gonna get destroyed, and you can just have everyone go all out. Also perfect for a mysterious setting too, right? It's like someone just goes and says, meet me in the grassy field, and I tell you the big revelation that rocks you to your very core. Or it could just be like some people chilling in the field too, right? It's great for slice of life works as well. It's not just for drama or action. It's a very, very versatile setting, right? Hey, you just named pretty much every fight scene in DBZ. Haha. Let's fight somewhere empty.
Running hotter.
It's like either the grassy field or a nondescript canyon, right? Nondescript, like, flat land with tons of plateaus. So that way when someone gets blown into a landmass, you can just, like, show how powerful the other guy is by having the whole thing just frickin' explode. Yeah, strong punch and get yeeted through a mountain.
Oh, that's
Let's do a little landscaping, right? Man, this guy is slow. Need to get some speed up abilities on this fella.
just what I needed. Another one for the record. Another Soulstone.
Namek was pretty much just one big planet of open spaces. It was, wasn't it? Just lots of fields, lots of arches, plateaus, pillars, and very, very undisturbed oceans. Or bodies of water, right? It wasn't all oceans, I imagine. There we go. Light movement speed boost, I can work with this. Lots of explosions everywhere. Side note, this music goes hard. I kind of enjoy it. And it's like a mix of like chill and intense. I think I saw someone describe it as like very trance-esque. Like in a complete vacuum, right? You could probably just like sit down and just vibe to this music, right? Just play it in the background while you're doing your homework or writing, whatever computer work you need to do. Might do pretty well in the club too, right? Imagine this startup and you just like get up and start boozing. Yeah, sounds like something you hear in Tekken or something in the final battle. Yeah, this is like the Phase 1 music right here, right? This is before they bust out the orchestra.
Boost loaded.
The soundtrack is available on Steam. And it's $3, so if you want some chill, intense music fix. It's there. You want it. I'm almost debating if I should probably just pick this up. Just get the soundtrack. One of these days, I'm just gonna get all my favorite video game tunes together into one playlist and just call it like my favorite video game mixes. Something I can play while I'm doing my other business, you know? Alright, we just need to break apart this Iceman. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot there were bosses. Yeah, play this when I arrive at a con.
Another problem solved.
It's like, oh yeah, I need to go hunting for materials. You know, that would make an interesting setting for a video game level, right? Just the convention. I'm trying to imagine like what games would do a convention level well. I'm coming for you, Dealer's Den. I'm gonna get all the art from everyone. You will all be loved and appreciated. Oh, you know what? Hitman would work pretty well for a convention level, right? Imagine just Agent 47 has to go to a cosplay con. It'd be perfect, right? Because Hitman's all about the disguises and stuff, and you know he's got like a bazillion disguises right there. Trying to do a whole costume checklist for that level would probably be wild. Dealer's Den would be perfect for a collectible area. Oh yeah.
Let's see if you can handle my calibrated fury.
For the final battle. We're gonna blast all these guys to Kingdom Come. Those laser beam attacks are always scary. You get caught in them and they will just sap your health. Nothing. Same deal with like the flamethrower attacks or the electric beam attacks. Some of these other fellows put out here. Sometimes it takes everything you can just to keep ahead of it. Or, you know, find like some sort of wall between you and them. Okay, we're nearing the end, so I shouldn't agonize too much over what upgrades to take because it'll be over very soon anyway. One more. We gotta put this guy out. We gotta extinguish him. There we go. Job's done.
This was just a warm-up. The real fight waits beyond.
Indeed, indeed. That was the engineer. Right, just lugging around the giant old cannon. Alright, and then we have
The tide rises.
Myrmidon. It's like a fish person, right? Fish person type character. Obviously wields a trident because, you know, fish people wield tridents, I guess. It's actually like one of my favorite characters, really. Okay. Yeah, she's introduces like an icy veins mechanic that it's like one of the types of buffs they added where you collect like stacks by
I'll clean it with steel and tide.
certain conditions, right? And once you have enough stacks, then those stacks kind of get consumed, and you get like an extra effect. I feel like I'm starting to see that like more often with skills and stuff, right? The ones that don't like give you a direct status buff, but are more like you have to get a certain number to like just get an enhanced effect. Portals at the end are so bloody palace. Yeah, how many floors do you want to go up? Like, right, like 1, 10, or 100?
Power chosen, balance held.
Portals in video games are a tricky thing to do. I think I was like reading somewhere, there was a thing about Marvel Rivals where they had to patch like an interaction between two portals, right? Like if there are two Doctor Stranges on a team, and you know, they both activate their portal, and you know, you try to look at one portal through another portal. They changed like what you could see at the end because they didn't want to like have the game go to an infinite loop of trying to render what was on the other side, right, and causing your PC to just like absolutely melt. Which does lead to some things that people can do for shenanigans, but fortunately they're kind of between a rock and a hard place in that regard, right? Not much they can do about it, except I just want more ice stuff. There we go. More icy veins. Damage. Man, you guys really like giving me area modifier stuff, huh? Oh, yeah.
Power flows inside of me.
I see a portal, I automatically think GLaDOS. Yeah. I do too, especially if the portals are like orange and blue. It's the best way to do portal reference, right? It's like you see orange, blue, and it's like, oh yeah, it's definitely a portal reference, you know?
The deep oozes are waiting your soul.
Oh, I need to pick a skill 6. It's like, wait, why aren't they letting me switch to power-ups? Oh, right, that's why. I'm almost out of rerolls. Fine, we'll take a sharp spear for now.
Let it flow!
The weather outside is frightening. The fire is so delightning. And since we've no place to go, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. This is the rain time version of the snow song. Oh. There we go. I think I'll swap this out, right? Just get a buff in there.
The current favors me. Every soulstone I claim weakens the king's hold.
Sometimes they have something important to say, sometimes just like, oh yeah, they just need to fill some silence in there. Ah, out of rerolls, right. Let's go with the damage boost. Yeah, at this rate, you're gonna have my hard drive totally full of game soundtracks. Nah. there's like a period of time, right, like when I first started, living on my own, that I kind of went nuts with just like scooping up a whole bunch of CDs, old music, bunch of CDs of like the artists I like and several game soundtracks. It was a great time. I think I still have all those CDs around somewhere. Wait, hand. I don't think I have anything currently that plays CDs at the moment. Wouldn't be too hard to find them somewhere, right? It's crazy to think about, right? Especially when CDs were like so useful, right? But now, like, I feel like most PCs don't even have a CD drive anymore, right? If you want to play your CDs, you need to get a external peripheral for it. It is wild. The days when you could put your PS1 disc in your player and listen to the game OST, right? And then they had to do things like with Castlevania Symphony of Night, because apparently track 1 was like an actual stereo breaker or something. So I had to put in an alternate audio track that had Alucard just going, yeah, so the disc you're putting in the CD player is actually a PlayStation game disc. You're not meant to put it in a CD player, but they let you play the music from the game anyway.
Let it flow!
And in fact, like some of the game CDs even had more stuff, right? Like some of the Dreamcast CDs, if you placed it in your PC, you could get some extra things, like how Sonic Adventure, if you put that disc in your PC, you could get like icons and wallpapers and all that stuff. It was wild, right? like companies just like going the extra mile, just provide a little extra bonus for the people who go out of their way to see like what things do. Kind of fun. I miss those days sometimes. Like was it the Revolt game, right? The Revolt game is on Steam, but that was like originally like an old console release, right? And the Steam version just gives you all the extra stuff that I assume was kind of like Easter egg extras on the original game disc. It's pretty funny.
Their fall is certain.
The days nowhere to look you can find hidden files and stuff or cut content. Yeah. Some people make a living out of that, right? Some people know. They've been doing it for a very long time, though, so they know what to do to kind of look around and see where some potential extras might be. And sometimes it becomes an arms race, right? Sometimes the devs will intentionally put in red herrings in the code to try to throw them off.
Power chosen.
I think Valve was kind of famous for that with Team Fortress 2. Like when Team Fortress 2 was like at its peak, people were kind of going through the code to see like what might be coming in the future. So Valve was like putting in some distractions here and there to kind of throw them off for a bit. And sometimes they put stuff in there as a joke. Right, it wasn't all like blow for blow and stuff like that. It was all in good fun. Saw that often in Forza, data miners finding upcoming cars and stuff. Oh yeah. It was pretty prevalent in Multiverses as well, right? When Multiverses was still up, people were going through the files and like, oh man, they got like an entry here for these characters, so we might be able to see them in the future. And yeah. Still kind of wish they would have been able to do that, but the very least, we got some very dedicated fans working on it, so the dream lives on, even if, sadly, Player First Games no longer does.
Favors me.
Remember when Scott Cawthorn used to hide clues and lore in the actual HTML code of his website for the FNAF games? Well, imagine FNAF is like exactly the kind of game that would have people poking around every single angle they could to try to find new lore to connect everything together. So, checks out. I mean, there were some other games too that had like a sort of an ARG-esque deal to help uncover like lore and stuff. I remember rather infamously there was the reveal of Sombra in Overwatch, where their ARG was just basically a timer that leads to another timer that leads to another timer, and people were like, "This is not what we want." On the other hand, you get something like I Love Bees, right, all the way back in the Halo days. Those are fun ones. Right, ARGs are fun when they reveal something substantial, right? And they don't feel like a long waiting game. I think that's the main thing about it. How many theories do you want? Yes. You always gotta leave them with some questions, right? Answer some questions, but make sure you leave a few opens, right? Let the lore folks give the lore folks something to chew on, right? I'm still absolutely bummed that Overwatch 2 wasn't like the big lore expansion people were hoping for. Blizzard was like, nah, but what if we just turned it into a money machine and just introduced like a zillion crossover skins? Honestly, the campaign was like the one thing I was looking forward to, and the one thing I was willing to put up with not having Overwatch 1 anymore. But alas. Guess all we can hope for is perhaps in the future someone else makes a shooter with memorable characters and actually builds out on that lore. Next thing you know, Reddit gets lit up with theories. Yeah, the internet just becomes a buzz. Like, OMG, did you see this very, very significant event from this, from the latest episode of this work? I've seen that a lot. Yeah, portals are Team Sonic colors from Heroes. Yeah. Good old red, yellow, blue.
Loaded. Fire it.
Now we have the Demon Hunter. They dual-wield firearms, much like the Demon Hunter from Diablo 3, right? Anyways, we'll go in here and beat up some more enemies, right? More enemies. What enemy through?
Not even this land can cool my hunger for revenge.
What is it with demon hunters and revenge? I suppose it's just a case of, I can't... They made me this way, and they will pay for making me this way.
The power, it quickens the blood.
That means it makes his heart rate faster, right? Wait a minute, my mind went to another place, but we're gonna leave it at that. Man, probably should have looked back to see like what other modifiers I'd enabled. Okay, so we got this guy is currently an ammunition those, so let's see if I can continue along that line, given more ammunition effects to work with here. There we go.
This strengthens my purpose most.
Honestly, it's not entirely vital. You could probably get through just by like picking whatever skills. They've done a lot to kind of accommodate different types of builds, right? You don't need to be like a monotype anymore like you used to. Since they've added like other passives that give you boosts, like, you know, they'll either give, you know, category skills of one category a boost depending on like how many skills of another category you have, or like those link skills, or it's like, okay, if you trigger a skill of like one type, then you have a % chance to automatically trigger a skill of another type. All works pretty well. Okay, maybe I could do bleed also, right? We can branch off into bleed.
Another.
Although, you know what I heard, like, just falls off super hard on, like, the higher difficulties is the damage over time builds, right? The ones that have you, where you kind of, like, just go and spec into all the status effects, right? You just, like, proc, bleed, poison, burn, disarray, and all that stuff. Apparently, that one falls off super hard at higher difficulties, so I've been trying to kind of not focus on that as much. I guess anything that encourages you to go for a variety is probably a good thing. I had to admit I was like very, very reliant on the status effect build, so maybe this will be nice, right? Trailer reactions, and they go over it a second time, frame by frame. Oh boy. I just really get into it. And I'm out. Okay. We'll take Chromatic Bolt for now.
This is just what I need.
Yeah, and it begins! This is the thing, right? This is one of the things about, like, just taking certain skills over the others. Then your pool of passive starts getting clogged up with things like this, where it's like, oh yeah, so you automatically cast a skill of type Ice, but there's only one skill type Ice, but you're gonna get a lot of these because this Chromatic Bolt is just like a lot of types. So it's, even if it is legendary, it's like not as awesome as it could have been, you know? And it's the same thing with the status effects, right? Well, you pick like one status effect, and they start giving you the other skills with things like oh yeah, if you proc one status effect, then you will automatically proc another status effect, right?
I'll hunt you with pleasure.
And then they added in a bunch of passive related to that too, where it's like, okay, so now this status effect will deal more damage, or it'll deal a lot more damage per tick, or it'll last longer, or things like that, so you have to be careful about that. Imagine how many times the guy had to ground to the mic for that. Whew. Pray for his throat. Digging his wings. I like a good pair of wings. Right, either like the sort of leathery style of demon wings, or the feathery style of angel wings. I mean, he is a demon hunter, so it makes sense he'll sprout wings when he goes into this super uber mode. Oh jeez, I'm a low on health. This is only the first wave, also. I already got the disarray, bleed into disarray, so. Maybe if I just do those two, it should be fine, right? Just Just not worry about like poison or burn or anything like that. Just stick with those two. Yeah, if only I could call Mullet Mad Jack as a striker. Just put in an assist character. Let's just make this like Warriors Abyss style, right? Just have like a formation of other Void Hunters that that can come in and help you out. Mullet Mad Jack will only last like 10 seconds anyway, right? There's enough enemies on the field, he'd be able to survive way longer than that. Okay, I'm just gonna banish poison. Please leave me alone, poison.
Good choice.
I think the thing with the status effects, right? It's not like about its potency, it's just more like about how many stacks you have, because I feel like there are other skills, right, that get a more of a boost depending on like how many certain stacks of a certain thing you have, whether it be like stacks of an ailment or stacks of a buff on you, things like that. Those are usually the things that people recommend that you go after, right? The ones that scale like super well into late game and all that. Looks like I've hit my stride. We're at a point where we can tear down these bosses pretty handily, so. Pretty good, pretty
This
good.
strengthens my purpose most.
Wow, that cut off his head was so guttural and feral. This guy's a very, very throaty kind of character. Very gruff, very brooding. You can imagine, right? Imagine this guy just like sitting in a corner, reciting poetry.
One more nightmare purged. They won't conquer us.
And this is why I'm pretty cool with the voice acting, right? It's all very short, very non-intrusive, and it all sounds pretty cool, very distinct. You know, each character has different things to say. Certainly wasn't expecting it, but it's a welcome addition.
Another gift, another sin to bear.
I think about it, is like the super growly version, like his demonic side kind of sort of coming out a little bit. But I noticed that was also on capital letters. It's like really into this bearing of sins and stuff.
Try me. We hunger for power.
Yeah. I guess it makes sense. This guy's probably got like a possessed spirit or something like that, right? You know how it is, right? Some characters can just like have another fella just kind of residing inside them. There's this really old manga series that I remember. It was about Go, and it was basically like a character got like possessed by a guy who's just like really good at Go. And the kid never played Go before, but he starts having to play Go a lot for
Stronger,
reasons, right?
faster.
I don't know why I thought about that, but I did. I think the series might actually be called something like Hikaru no Go or something like that.
Your soulstone flows into my blood now.
I imagine that happens to you, right? Sometimes you're just like sitting around and then suddenly just like, you know, the old thing just pops into your mind and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that, that was fun, and you decide to just like go down an internet rabbit hole that way. Because the internet just like super facilitates that now, right? Just go enter like whatever you're thinking about into Google and start diving down the rabbit hole that way. That stuff was like a lot more fun back when we had like individual websites and stuff.
The blood.
I guess it's not too bad if you got like a decently dedicated wiki or a fairly fleshed out TV tropes page or Wikipedia article or something like that, but it's not the same, man. It's not the same. I wonder if I should try to do that, just like build my own personal website for my VTuber.
Time to slay all beasts. For the Dawnstone. For the Dawnstone.
The more I hear his voice, the more it reminds me of Master Boo from Monster Rancher. I've heard Master Boo before. That'd be an interesting voice, because when I hear Master Boo, I think of like cow person. So now I'm thinking of like cow person, but very guttural. Oh snap! I got DPS to heck. Okay. This is a thing with the characters that have mechanics that require you to stay in a certain area. At higher levels, that might become unviable depending on like how many red circles start appearing around your area, right? It's like how little of a space they want you to stay in. Now, I still haven't checked to see if they fixed up that one other character that requires you to hang near a panther. The fact that you gotta follow the panther, but it's like, oh, the panther's gonna run into this crowd of enemies here. I can't follow, I'm gonna die.
Just at the right
If I try to
time.
follow you. Website would be a good way to put in some lore and stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, right? Some way to just like put in supplementary material.
Let me claim this treasure. Claim it in blood.
Interesting segue. Imagine the demon hunter just like going to pick up like his delivery at like McDonald's or something, right? He's like goes over to the pickup area and he goes, "Let me claim my delivery," and then his demon side just takes over, "Claim it in blood." And the cashier just goes, "Yeah, sure thing. Here's your Big Mac meal." Or no, they do that, right? They do that, right? The guy goes, "Okay, I'm here to get my pickup. I'm here to claim my pickup. Claim it in blood." And then the cashier goes, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
What I need. Your soulstone merges with my essence. Corruption.
I always enjoyed that kind of bit, right? Just like get like a character who's just super dramatic and everything, and just put him in like the most mundane of situations, right? And have the other guys just be completely nonplussed about the situation, like, yeah, sure thing, man. All right, demon hunter, let's get you to bed. That would be terrifying on the phone.
Good choice.
Yeah, like, "I'm here to claim my sweepstakes prize. Claim it in blood." It's like, bro, it's just a coffee machine.
Not
Oh, nuts.
dying.
That was another revival. Dang it. Okay, we're close to the end. Close to the end. gotta stay out of the way of attacks, because apparently this guy's just like super squishy. As it makes sense, this dual wield pistols, and I banished all the defensive upgrades. Retired demon hunter. He now works in a call center. Yes, we are with the repossession agency. We're here to claim your things. Claim it in blood. No, actually, that might actually make some sense.
The darkest night must yield to the dawn.
All right, Green Lantern. Oh, speaking of Green Lantern in DC, I think the Superman movie came out recently, right? I heard that was, like, actually decent. I didn't realize it was also supposed to be, like, the start of DC's attempt at creating a cinematic universe. At the very least, they're trying to start small.
This strengthens
Right,
my
they're not trying to
purpose
just go
most.
straight to Justice League or something. It's like, yeah, on one hand, superheroes are probably overplayed. On the other hand, I guess with Marvel in a bit of a lurch, maybe this is the primest time for DC to come in and try to do something. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's still definitely space in the cinematic industry for just like cool original content. If you know, the way K-pop Demon Hunters has kind of taken the world by storm is any indication, but there's room for other stuff too, right? Feels like forever since someone released a really good horror film. What was the last one you watched? Horror films are like one of the things that does pop up semi-frequently amongst my friends group. They comprise of a good number of you know, questionable quality films, as they like to put it, that we watch. Alright, so I can just select whatever now, because this is the end.
Nothing left but teeth and regret.
That's it, just teeth. No horns, no nails, no eyeballs, nothing like that, just teeth. What's that supposed to be a metaphor for anyway? I'm not quite sure, really. Been donkey's years since I watched modern horror. Love the old ones like the 70s and the 80s. I see. Modern ones just don't do it for me with all the CGI gore and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like they put way too much stock into just being visceral and shocking, right? I've seen criticism about that too, right? They're more about like the moment rather than the build up to the moment, which is what some people enjoy about that.
Looking for something sharp?
Either that or the kills are off screen. Yeah, that can be unfortunate, right? Alright, now we're off to the Cursed Captain, right? Totally not Davy Jones. Or Cervantes. Oh, I already did max for that. Alright. Let's jump in here. I mean, an off-screen kill can be effective, right? Especially if it's like one of those things where the character, you know, seems like they meet an ambiguous fate, and you're just like, oh boy, right? You don't know what's happened to them, and then, you know, usually you find out later, right? Either you see like the dead person somewhere, or they come back to save the day in like a really spectacular manner.
Oh, I feel it in my bones.
That's like part of the tension thing I was talking about, right? Okay. I want to try to focus on exposed and form, it looks like. Cervantes is the best pirate ever next to Spinal. Two very good pirate video game characters for sure.
The sweet spot.
Just no cheap jump scares because they've been done to death. I see that sentiment a lot. Oh. I forget if this is how Cursed Captain's mechanic originally worked. But yeah, as you might expect, the Cursed Captain has a ghost ship as his major mechanic. Right, ghost ship, ghost skeleton crew. Oh yeah, and the ghost ship also bombards enemies, right? Just hits them from off screen. I mean, you see them sailing around, but you know, they're firing shots. Shots, everybody.
Did I take the right one?
Ghost ship makes me think of the fog. And that's as much as I want to think about that. Yeah, we'll get powder keg.
I can see it.
Yeah, I figured with the Ghost Captain, just like bleed skills thematically is appropriate, right? No, that just makes sense. There we go. That's my synergy. Cursed and bleed, with a little bit of form in there as well.
Oh, I feel it in my bones.
There's a classic line. Every old guy has to say that. Oh! Okay. Maybe I want to swap something out now. This is a buff, right? Do I wanna? Maybe I just want to keep everything I have. Yeah, we'll do that. Should be fine. Yeah, you know, we'll continue with the bleed since I already got like a few skills that equip the bleed anyway.
Treasure in your bones.
Probably don't need to think about it this hard.
Ooh, that's got a proper kick to it.
I just firing a chest laser. Chest lasers. Always a funny ability. Speaking of jump scares, you were watching the one yesterday with the plates. Oh yeah, the time I played Shadows Over Loathing a million times ago, and then crashing plates just freaked me the fuck out.
Did I take the right one?
I mean, I was already on. I was already really tense because the room is already fucked, but then they go and throw that out there. Honestly, Shadows of Loathing was just on a whole, perhaps wasn't afraid to kind of tap into the unsettling side of things, which I guess makes sense considering the subject matter, but they made for a fun time when they really laid into it, right?
Mine now.
Humor was so good, yeah. That's always a fun part about editing the short. Is like just trying to, you know, cut everything in a way to keep everything well paced and, you know, get the point across and add a little touch here and there to make the moments even funnier.
Sweet spot.
More games need that silly walk mechanic. I do appreciate that Shadows Over Loathing expanded on the silly walk, right? It's like in West of Loathing, silly walk was only one skill, and it was all randomized as to what kind of silly walk you took, but they changed it up for Shadows so that you could choose like what kind of silly walk you would have depending on what equipment you had on, which is a nice touch. Most memorable thing about that game was the spittoon gag. Yeah. Spittoon was good stuff. I wonder what they're working on. Are they working on more Shadows content, or are they doing a new Loathing game, or are they doing something else entirely? Oh, whatever they decide to do, I'll probably be around to see it. We'll see, it's been like a while since Shadows came out, right? I played that, I want to say I played that in like 2023 or 22? I need to see like how long the gap was between the release of West of Loathing and the DLC.
Did I take the right one?
I don't know if they did like many post-launch updates for Shadows either. It was like mostly bug fixes and stuff. I don't think they did any like content drops or anything like that, right?
Ooh, that's got a proper kick to it.
Proper kick because, you know, like all pirates do, this guy, I guess, chugs a lot of booze. You know, get very dark. Man, you know what this level could use? Just like some music from Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's give us a little bit of that. Just give us a bit of da 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 da. Right.
Minerals this rich always scream trap to me.
Pirate would be very, very familiar with traps, huh? But it's okay. The only trap here is that you gotta be in the circle, so maybe the AoEs might pile on a bit too much. But if you can manage that, you'll probably be fine.
Accursed gift. Perfect.
Man, 5 minutes in, we've only killed like 8 dudes. Granted, this is the 5th area, so I imagine everyone's stats would be scaled up appropriately. Right. Like when you start this game, it kind of progresses like you might expect for a horde survival. You know, complete stage 1 to unlock stage 2, and complete stage 2 and unlock stage 3, etc. It's like when you do that, you start like completing the conditions to unlock more characters and stuff like that, right? And then you do the alternate modes to to get even more stuff unlocked. It's like, oh wow, this actually goes a lot deeper than that. It's wild. Five years. Loathing was 2017 and Shadows was 2022. Yeah, but when was the DLC out? Like, that was my question, right? Trying to gauge if, like, maybe we could just have an estimate to when we might see an update. Either an update to Shadows or just like an update in general. And admittedly, the Kingdom of Loathing game is still ticking as well, right? Granted, it's like seems to be in a pretty complete state as it is. They haven't done any like major overhauls, as far as I can tell. Right? It's just been up. Been up for like a long time. Kind of funny to think about, right? Like, imagine back then, just having a whole browser-based RPG was just a wild idea. Like, it's not something you see everywhere, but these days, it's just seen as quaint. Now, might be fun to do, but I can't imagine there are too many newbies to that now. Wait, was that the pirate captain burping? Kind of funny, they just have that as a voice line. I guess it makes sense. Reckoning at Gun Manor was 2019. Ah, there we go. So, 2 years. Oh, that means Shadows is way past when we would expect like a DLC update. Unless this is gonna be like a substantial thing, or if Asymmetric just decided, hey, we're just gonna do a new thing entirely. They could do that too. That's fine.
Oh, this beast wants a dance? Fine.
Notice that dancing metaphors are really, really popular, right? Like, more often, it's very likely you'll have at least one person who speaks in theater metaphors, right? Talk about dance, or talk about letting the show begin, talk about curtains raising and lowering, maybe acts 2 or scenes, or things like that.
Did I take the right one?
I guess it adds like a bit of sophistication, right? In contrast to the menace that a character might also exhibit in a circumstance like that.
Another jewel.
Alright, that's the third set of bosses done.
Ooh.
Shall you eat it?
I guess pirates would be familiar with cursed treasure as well. That's okay, these cursed treasures help strengthen the captain and his allies. Although admittedly I've got so many of them now that I can just upgrade with impunity. It's not like I get additional skill points and I can't spend them because I have a lack of things to spend with. There was a point, though, where it would be like that, where I wouldn't be able to properly spend skill points in a tree because I didn't have enough, like, minor soul stones or something like that, but yeah, you get out there and you grind even once, and eventually, like, you hit that break point where you get more resources than you can spend, and, you know, it's and you're good to go from there, right? Resource management. It's a thing until it's not a thing anymore.
Cursed gift. Perfect.
Yeah, it's a big point where it's like, okay, I'm unstoppable now, right? Where you just kind of bent the economy to your will. And if the game doesn't have like a money sink for you to spend all your excess currency on, it's like, well, that number's just gonna keep going up. Right, I have nothing to spend it on. Man, I'm killing them so fast that they're not even getting a chance to team up. They're just appearing and then dying.
The sweet spot.
Indeed, Cursed Captain, this is indeed a sweet spot. You were right about that. Oh, I think that's everyone. I believe purple is the last set, right? Yeah, it is.
And sunk. Anyone else want a mutiny?
Weird comment, but okay, just go back to base. Drop off your stuff. Take a rest. We're gonna send the next Void Hunter out there. You're like that in Farm Sim. You've nearly maxed out the money. That's how long you've been playing it. Ah. Yeah. It's like even when you've kind of run out of things to go for. Well, now it's all about making number go up. Oh, I see. Just drinks from the bottle and then smashes it. It's like, it's empty. What else am I gonna do with it, right? Okay, time for the next character.
The ritual begins.
The Shaman. I also like the Shaman is just way bigger than everyone else. It's like everyone else tends to be like, you know, some form of shaped humanoid fella. And of course, this guy is a shaped humanoid fella, but he's like a very, very buff shaped humanoid fella. Pretty amusing. You thought he was a minotaur with that Bella?
The winds and earth here are out of balance. I will bring it back.
You know, now I think about it, I wonder if he's like inspired by like the Tauren from Warcraft. I believe Shaman is like a popular class of choice for that race, if I remember correctly. Ancestry, huh? So I guess I want to take some totems.
Comes through me.
Oh yeah, this guy's got totems too. I believe totems is like a major mechanic with Shaman, right? Or I should have taken the other one. Ah well. Too late to think about that.
The winds shift within me.
These guys really want me. Or no, this is probably like the loadout I've picked, right? Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, we'll do the ailment build. That's what my rune setup for this is. Right, if I remember correctly, I gotta... Yeah, right. Gotta go around the circle, complete the ritual, and then I will get the bonus. Extra allies to fight for me. It's usually like extra allies or some sort of super-powered state. That's what most of these class mechanics seem to boil down to. You have like more totems or didn't realize it had a holy skill as well. Alright.
My strap is waiting to end you, beast.
Wait, what? Your strap? You're talking about your whip, right? Is that what you call your whip? Your strap? Oh, now you give me another totem. Maybe I'll actually swap out the shockwave totem for that. Yeah. Well, this build is so absolutely scattershot, but it's fine. And we're not in a state where that absolutely matters yet. Oh, now you give me a fire totem. Did I just not bother with the holy route? Maybe I should do fire, earth, poison. I'm being very indecisive. That's usually a recipe for disaster.
This is primal power. Your soulstone is mine. Balance is preserved.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be, right? Let's see if I can get like a decent nature skill or something. Or no, why am I doing that? I think I'll just stick with the loadout I have.
A gift from the
It's kind of vaporizing these other guys pretty good.
darkness.
Carry us through the whole way, right? Of course, you know, the one other mode that where we have to take
Unmaking it will be easy.
skill choices into consideration, right? Remember that? Like Cathedral mode, right? You had to go through like 4 waves of battles, and you had to pick like different skills for each set. So you had to think carefully about like what you wanted to have out there and what you wanted to keep, right? It's like make sure you leave the final set as your most cohesive build, because that's what you gotta battle the ultimate final boss with. Is it just me, or is this shaman like slow as rocks? Also, I should probably like be doing
Power has
his
shattered, and I hold the
rituals
pieces.
more often. I really need to be just like going over here and kind of stepping around so I can get the super sick ally to help move things down. Alright, remember to maybe pick some speed boost power-ups if I happen across them. I need some of my wind powers in that game. You know, I'm surprised they don't have
The
wind
spirits
skills.
give. I accept.
Maybe that's for a future character, you know? A future category of skills. Probably slow because of his bulk. Yeah, it's true. I'm just being salty right now because I like being speedy, and this guy is not that. I mean, I still got the dash.
Spirit or beast, I've banished worse.
I can at least
Face
dash
me now.
around. He's got that. feels like with video games, there are two ways you can do defense. Right, you can either do like the massive bulk, just take attacks to the face and, you know, withstand them or recover. And maybe just like add counters into that mix, or you do the whole dodging thing where it's about like avoiding the attack and knowing where to dodge and what to do to avoid it. And then maybe throw counters into that mix as well. So it's one way to make defensive builds a bit more viable. Add some way to make them pay for trying to hurt you. Should have another ritual circle popping up at some point, right? There, I heard it. I heard the sound. There it is. Let's do the dance of our people. Just walking around in a circle. Yep. That's how we do it. I mean, that's how I greet people, right? I like walk around in a circle, right? Say hi. It's either that or just like spin in one place around a circle. I don't know, for some reason it just makes them walk away. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong there.
I see the evil ahead and the fear it carries.
Oh yeah, I bet they're all fearing me. I mean, they would, like, oh man, what do you mean we gotta fight this guy? Do you see how quickly he killed the other guys? That's when you know your employer does not care about you. Go seek a new job, like, right away.
Through the Dawnstone, we ascend.
Probably get through this last part pretty quickly, won't we? Health bar dropped like a lead balloon. Yeah, practically vaporized. Got chunked all the way to empty. Yeah, that's what I mean when it's like, yeah, DOT builds tend to be pretty viable early on. We'll be able to take them out pretty quickly, but once enemies start gaining like lots more health and the damage over time increase for those particular skills doesn't increase quite as much. Bosses start becoming marathons, and then you're like, oh, maybe I should find something else to fight them with, right? It's just practically emptying out, right? It's like when you open like a tube of yogurt or something, right? Just like drinking it all up, right? Disappearing like that.
The winds shift within me.
Okay, that's everyone.
We rise as one. They fall as many. The path is clear.
Yeah, united we stand, and all that, right? Just gonna stroll on over to the exit portal. Claim another W for the Void Hunters. And I'm gonna have so many skill points to distribute once I'm all done with this. Alright, 2 more characters to look at. And these are the 2 characters they've added, right, like, for the 1.0 release. First one is the Machinist.
Primed for battle.
You know, this one I'm like a little surprised about, right? Because usually when they do, like, you know, character who rides in a bipedal robot, they usually only have one of those, but this game has 2 of them. Granted, they are a little different because the engineer has his robot as like part of a super mode, and this guy is just in his robot the whole time, so there's a slight difference with that, I guess. Okay, this was the one I forgot to do, to crank it up to 7, so we'll do that now. Hopefully this guy will survive.
Ricochet mode activated. Testing day prototype. Let's rock.
Haha. Let's rock and stone. Yeah, this guy is less of a dwarf and like more of a gnome type of character. Explains why maybe his robot is more perpetual than the others.
Energy rising.
Also, the fact that it's like more Magitech in nature, whereas the engineer's robot suit is like perhaps more on the mechanical side of things. Yeah, get more move speed, especially if it's 30%. It's a not insignificant amount of speed. Oh yeah, this is his mechanic. He just goes over to crystal deposits, mines them for crystals, and once you get it all, you fill out the meter, you activate like a super beam that you can just point towards things and then watch the other things like just freaking die. It's pretty cool.
Now we're talking.
It's like a long-lasting ult, right? Just imagine like Moira from Overwatch just... Well, what does she say? What does she say when she activates her ult? Yeah, just imagine her saying that, right? Or, you know, you could also imagine Iron Man. It's like, Proton Cannon! Except it's not a shoulder-mounted blaster, this is an arm cannon.
Systems enhanced.
I also like how the beam kind of follows the hand too, right? It's like just keeping the emission spot at the same spot on the machinist model. Oh, man, I had to run out right as I faced against the boss. That's fine. It'll show up again. Skills should fix that up. Oh man. Fine, we'll grab this for now.
Oh, this feels good.
War Machines War Destroyer, yeah. Alright. Had to give me the legendary version of the power I'm not going to keep.
Gun is activated.
Yeah, I'm not getting that one either. I intend on keeping the blast skill. Just want this game to give me a 6 arcane skill,
Gun
please.
is mine. Let's keep the engine burning.
Maybe that I can do. Let it rip.
voltage rising.
I thought that guy said voltage rising for a moment. I was like, wait, voltage? What does that mean? But no, it's voltage. You know, magical voltage and all that. That's the thing with about randomly offered stuff, right? Sometimes luck just really goes against you, and you're just like sitting around for a really long time going, man, if I just get that last piece, right? If I just get that last piece from my build, you would see things start popping off, but this ends up not showing up for like eons. You're just kind of flailing about until you get something, right? Either that or like something close to it. You're like, alright, fine, we'll just settle with something else for now.
New data incoming. Let's go. Crush it.
Gonna send it to Kingdom Come. Legendary of a thing I want. Alright, you know what? I'm about to just do a buff, right? We're just gonna do arcane buff.
It's supercharged.
I mean, it's handy anyway, right? It's a thing that enhances all 5 of my other skills, so it works out.
Till the light shatters the knot. Shadow.
Nothing better I like than a beam I can just aim around everywhere. It's like, yes, who will die today, right? Just point your beam in the direction and watch everything in that location fall. Just explode into a flurry of gems. You know, the fun thing about the devs is that while they were doing early access stuff, they were doing updates kind of related to the technical side of things, right? They were showing like, oh yeah, we implemented new stuff to allow more objects to be on the world at once without like severely slowing down the entire game. And they would have like short videos up showing like, you know, pre and post improvements and everything. It was pretty cool. It's fun to get a little bit of a behind the scenes look, right? An appreciation of what they're able to do with the things they have, and sometimes you can also understand why some things might not be able to be implemented, or might be more work than you might expect at first glance, right?
Now we're talking.
Heck, going full Rambo, oh yeah. Just lots of weapons everywhere, lots of projectiles and stuff. Then again, like a mechanoid type of character seems to be very conductive towards that, right? Because you expect like a bipedal robot to just be packed with weapons, you know? This feels like something that makes sense, right? Like either a lot of weapons or just like a whole bunch of tools, right? A whole bunch of tools just like hidden in its arms or shoulders or something like that. Like a hidden hand mixer, and maybe a hidden salad fork, or a hidden like pasta twirler. A toaster. I feel like toasters and robots are like a good gag.
Pure power now.
Or maybe like a hot coffee machine, right? Just open up the chest, take out your hot drink for the day, consume it like that. Oh yeah. It only does everything. we have those robots yet? Why don't we have like a robot that can go around and toast bread and make us a hot cup of joe, you know? Maybe something that can clean my place as well, and do the dishes and take out the trash. Oh no, I don't think I'm asking for much. The butler robot, exactly. I could go for a good butler robot. Something to do all the boring chores for me while I concentrate on the fun stuff, like, you know, cutting videos and figuring out social media posts, you know, fun stuff. Nah, cutting videos is fun for me. I'll say that. Yeah, one that can do gardening. That would be nice to have, right? Just grow the vegetables out in the garden so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, gaming and putting together outfits too, right? Gotta slay and all that, right?
Dark gifts activated.
Got a lot of dark gifts, man. I just noticed we're already on the last set of bosses here. We're gonna hit 600 pretty quick. We should probably mine this crystal so that we get into Bimu mode. Just rock these guys.
System check. Let's see what you made of.
I think this character might have been my major revelation that, hey, I can do things other than just like ailment builds, yeah, right? I can do like, you know, mono type, dual type, maybe it's like either ailments or summoning, which is still a very, very good thing to do in the final version of the game. But yeah, not every character is built to do summoning.
Your darkness only empowers our purpose.
We're gonna get some upgrades. Managed to bring Machinist all the way up to 70. Alright. We saved the best character for our last. Good old Samurai. Going back to the past. What should I pick? Shadow, maybe? Shadow and Samurai seem to go together pretty well, I think, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. Samurai's been in communion with the dark spirits. He has tapped into a forbidden power.
It's time to hunt the Void King.
This is now his cross to bear. Oh. Scorching katana. Katanas rotate around you. Oh, I like flying katanas. Alright.
And don't break.
Alright. Oh. Yeah, so this is the Samurai's mechanic. He can go walk through a bunch of torii gates, eventually find a shrine, and then he gets the stand. He basically gets a stand that will that will fight for him for a bit. Insert your favorite JoJo's Bizarre Adventure music here.
I will put it to test.
Alright, so I guess this run is going to be a flame/shadow build. I can work with that. Lock that for now. Yeah, you notice they put like sound effects on a lot more things now, right? Like, you probably noticed that when I was doing all the banishes, but the lock skill also has some sounds associated with it. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, I'm getting like Fang. I do dig it, right? Little touches like that. Just like gives all your actions like that a little bit more weight. I can work with that. Do I want to get Subdue? I think this is all the condemned stuff I have for Samurai for now. Since I do have like the one finesse skill, I can at least get a little bit of use out of this. It does, Samurai, it does. Ah, yeah. So the classic samurai convention, right? Just the flurry of swipes. You barely see the sword move, and suddenly you're cut into like 700 different pieces. Oh, this is one I took last time I played as a samurai, just a heart-rending strike. I think I'll stick with what I have. I'll probably actually get this one because I do have the one other skill that wants me to have more Doom.
Spirit and steel.
Gur would be very happy to hear about this samurai's build. I know Gur is a fan of Doom. There's a whole song about it, right? There's a whole song about Doom, which is just him saying Doom a lot.
Another demon steps forward. Let the truth decide.
The Doom song, yeah! You know what I'm talking about. Finish that. Yeah, get that.
Focus sharpens.
And who can forget, it's not stupid, it's advanced. Forget, did they ever announce like a Invader Zim revival? Or is that something I just like made up right now? Maybe I'm just like imagining things in my head.
Steady, sharp. Technique is nothing without spirit, and yours is mine now.
Imagine if they ever did that, or make a lot of people very happy. Oh, Netflix did an animated film a few years ago. Okay, so Invader Zim already had had their spot in the limelight.
My courage is rewarded.
Like they did with the Rocco's Modern Life animated film. I didn't realize Rocco had a comeback film. Well, I know a lot of people are nostalgic for the old era of Nickelodeon shows. I mean, to be fair, they were good shows, right?
Will aid my task.
You know, I enjoyed my afternoons with Hey Arnold and those beavers and yeah, and Rocco and Invader Zim. Arnold had 2 animated films. Yeah, I know he had several.
saga you will know is the thrust of my blade.
It's, not quite sure what the metaphor is there, but sure, let's go with that. Angry Beavers were one of my all-time fave Nicktoons. They were pretty cool from the bits I watched of them. Keep on offering me burn, but I don't want burn. Go away.
Strength, I accept.
Go through the gates, but this guy's beam is kind of Emperor style. Oh, they're done.
Through the darkness, we rise.
I'll go through here anyway. You know, I want to go back into that fan poll, right, and see like what the other class choices were.
Spirit and steel.
It does make me wonder, right? Like, what are GameSmithing's plans for this game now that it's out? You know? Do they plan on some post-launch content? Will we see more characters and modes and stages, or is this gonna be what it is? Because if it is, it's fine, right? This is a complete game as it is. You're gonna get a lot of things to do, a lot of stuff to get.
This changes the feel.
But honestly, I could see more room for expansion, right? It's like another set of characters, or another mode, or maybe another stage. Or they could perhaps outfit the other two maps with like special events, right? Like how 3 of them have like a Valentine's, Christmas, and Easter stuff that you can go for. I'm honestly surprised, right? Granted, this is like a minor quibble in the grand scheme of things, but man, I would not mind if they added, like, say, Halloween and general summer event to like the other 2 maps, right? Just give each map like an extra thing to go for, and a set of silly seasonal skills to pick up as well.
Focus sharpens.
And again, it's only been a month since this game came out. Imagine the devs are probably taking a well-deserved break. Take some time off before they get back to the drawing board. I mean, it is summer. It's a perfect time to be getting out there and enjoying the scenery, if that's your thing. You can also stay inside and be cool and enjoy a staycation. That's fine too. Oh wow, they really want me to take burn. It's like, whenever you apply Doom, you may now apply burn as well. But what if I just do more damage, right? You just reminded me, this afternoon a guy walked past my house wearing a Santa hat. I was like, oh, you're 5 months early. Some people really like Christmas, I've noticed that. Some people really, 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 really like Christmas. And to be fair, there's a lot to like about it. I know some other people aren't into it, but I can enjoy it, but, you know, Christmas has its time and its place.
Steady, sharp.
Then again, I also know Christmas in July is a thing, so that might be the thing they were going for. You know, people enjoy doing that. As long as they don't, like, you know, go all out with it, right? They don't go overboard with it, it's fine. Let's see. I just realized this. There's a very small uptime for the Ruthlessness skill. I should see if I can try to pop the duration and cooldown upgrades for that.
Light will always be our guide.
"32C out and they're wearing a Santa hat." Well, that is funny when you put it that way. Hey, sometimes even Santa needs a break, right? Even if their idea of a vacation destination is heading over to the UK and enjoying places there.
And don't break.
It's just cutting things up. It's full samurai now,
This
right?
will carry me through.
One swing, like 100 cuts. Remember that was like a trend, right? Like people would just pretend they were like samurai. They would like throw a fruit in the air, like just shift the sword a little bit, and then you see like a bunch of sliced fruit just come raining down or something like that. That was amusing. I was about to tap those gates, but I think I want to wait for
This will aid my task.
the bosses to come out. Just need the one of those health crystals to pop up. I just noticed I'm low on health. Probably within death threshold here. Really have similar vibes, so it's not. Oh, there we go. First to get. Wait a little longer before I pop the stand. Hey, you blame Fruit Ninja for that?
To test.
Man, you don't hear about Fruit Ninja that much these days. It used to be like the kind of thing that was everywhere, right? There was like the app for it, there was a Connect version of the game, they had arcade machines for it. I believe there was like a decent amount of merch for it too, but I feel like these days, yeah, it's not as prevalent as it used to be. Whether if it's just like the novelty wore off or
Face
something.
your destiny, monster.
Yeah, I was up there with Candy Crush back in the day. Although, to be fair, it's not like you hear much about Candy Crush either. Or Angry Birds, for that matter. It used to be like juggernauts. I mean, Angry Birds got a film. Candy Crush got a whole ass game show, for crying out loud. It's probably just a case of people moving on, you
My
know?
courage is
They had their time in the limelight. People used to be into them, but they've moved on to other things.
victory. It's but a moment. Let the hunt continue.
There we go. That's all the new characters, I believe, covered since I last checked in on it last year. There's one more thing I wanted to show, right? That's the new mode that they added. Admittedly, they added it in like 2 parts, right? They added part 1 of it a while ago. But I want to stick with the samurai.
You got any void fragments for me?
I do, actually. I got like a whole bunch of them.
Oh, what a fine piece of art. Use it wisely.
I'll try. Yeah, I think we can do fire skills, right? I remember one of our politicians got in trouble for playing Candy Crush while in the House of Commons. Oh no, slacking off at work. And especially when you're like a forward-facing, high-profile figure like that. that sort of thing is something they should be more mindful of. Jeez. Alright, so we've been doing all Void Fields, right? They also had the Holy Cathedral that they... or Unholy Cathedral they added a while ago, but then they also added Titan Hunt, which you could probably take as like the end game mode, right? We'll do the basic ones, because the samurai is still a little bit green around the edges, and also I want to show off the whole thing. So you could think of it as like a supersized version of like the Void Fields modes.
The path to balance lies through Titan blood. I will walk it.
So you start here, right? Just a generic room. You can see the big old dawn stone there at the bottom. Nothing to do except just go through the portal, right? There's, as far as I can tell, there's no additional secrets waiting for you in here, but yeah, you gotta pick one of these bosses, right? They're completely new bosses, and right, so let's pick Brokenth the player. Not the kind of player you're thinking of, right? This is not the type of person to go into a club and start trying to pick out partners or something. No, he's a player in a game.
Heat weakens the mind. I remain centered. I'm deadly.
Unholy Cathedral. I've debated playing Doom 2 on PS1. That sounds like a Doom 2 ass level name, doesn't it? But yeah, you see like new level designs and everything too. And the Titan Hunt mode is slightly different in that you gotta collect void fragments. You gotta run around and find these points of interest on the map. Right, and each one drops a certain number of fragments. Right, when you activate the point, you're kind of locked into a specific area, and you gotta complete a particular objective, whether it be defeat a certain number of enemies or
strength,
or something like that. Let's see if I can find something that gives me condemned. Or I guess I could do a heart-rending strike, that's fine too.
Devotion and discipline light my way.
Yeah, once you do that, you get your fragments, you get a whole stack of experience, and then you just run over to another point of interest on the map. Rinse and repeat until you get the 15 you need to go face off against the area boss. To subdue for now. Yeah, this is the part where the mini-map really comes in handy, right? You don't have to go wander around the map, hope you come across a point of interest. You can just go to where you need to go. Aw, man. I should have done the Torii Gate thing before I activated this part here. Ah, well, it's fine. I'll make it through. Follow me, set me free, trust me, and we will escape from the city.
This will carry me through. The walls shake.
Just give me another skill that lets me inflict condemned. That's all I ask. I'm out of rerolls. I guess I'll take Body Slam for now. That's a samurai technique, right? Just slam into your opponent. Right up there with kicking them in the face, right? Sadly, I have to head off now. Gotta be up early tomorrow. Have a good night. Ah, alright. You have yourself a good night, Maleko Shadow Fox. Thanks for hanging out. This is probably the last thing I'm gonna be doing here, too.
This changes the field.
This boat takes a while, so we'll be here for a bit. At the very least, when I did high-level runs, it took me about 30 minutes to kind of get through one run of the mode.
Titan.
Gets you a lot, though. There we go. Ignition Spiral. It's a fire skill. I'll take it. get the other fire katana skill. That would be ideal. The Dune Beasts.
I will put it to test.
Now, I was doing the higher difficulty runs, like one of the objectives you have is just like defeat shadow versions of the bosses. I wonder if I'm not seeing that as much because I'm doing like the first tier of Titan Hunt. Another thing I did was like not pick up all the experience because I would get the soul stones that would gravitate everything towards me anyway. And to be fair, once you get like the required number of void fragments, they all gravitate towards you anyway, so it's not like you're missing out. Nope. Get that purple one down there, it should be the last thing I need, but... Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? Shadows of the Void. So now you gotta fight the boss. You also gotta fight in like a limited area. Oh, and also they all come out at once. Have fun? Fun in quotation marks. Forgot to activate my stand also, so it should be fun.
Steady and sharp.
Right, these guys are tanky. This is like only the first part of the battle. I can only imagine how much worse it's gonna get. Later areas. I'm only taking the area modifier because it also is like a range increase, right? Can hit him from farther away, you know? Turn the close range character into a mid-range character. It'll work out. Especially that spin move. I can just like get area high enough that I can just tap the guy even as they're spinning at me. That would be handy. Oh, I just noticed. Ah, snap. Five health. Okay, maybe trying to take the samurai out on this was not the best idea. It's okay. I still got one extra life. To be fair, everyone else is also almost dead. Oh, there goes the other one. Ooh, boy. Let's just get ruthlessness. And, that. That. And, that. And that.
No defeat.
All I gotta do is not die in the next 3 areas.
Walls shake. The Titan blood calls.
Ah, well. That's how it be sometimes, right? Sometimes you're not ready. Not every run is going to be a success.
Danger with resolve.
Well, let's get to see the first Titan in action here. Look at that. Such an important player that he gets a whole subtitle to himself, you know? I mean, other than that, it's a boss, right? It throws out red areas that you gotta try to avoid. Sometimes a lot of red areas. Just do your best and all that.
My focus sharpens.
Apologize for all the tooltips keep popping up, but I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. Right, just trying to
You are vanquished.
keep the crosshairs focused on the guy. Alright. Attacks now by apply Shattered. Increases damage and cast frequency, reduces movement speed. I don't know if I want that considering I'm already getting rocked. Power by 3 for 8 seconds. Maybe I'll grab that. Universal Shatter seems like a good thing to have. Alright, who to go against next? Let's fight the Scorpion. Right? Mizet, the terror of the sands. Yeah, I'd be pretty terrified if a giant scorpion just showed up and started fighting me, you know?
Loyalty and honor above all. Death before dishonor.
I'm already freaked out by small scorpions, so giant scorpions would just... Oh, God! Just laying on all the shadows of the void, and it's 4 of them. Fantastic. Let's see if I can dance. I'm actually gonna have to dance to survive this onslaught. Yeah, you see our HP? You see our HP up there? 16 million. That's a lot of damage I have to do.
And don't break.
At the very least, these guys don't have flex tape to patch up those holes, right? Gotta make sure to do the gates before I hit one of those points of interest, right? Maybe I shouldn't do like the 3 and 4 point areas so much, considering they're the ones that are likely to have the Void Shadow Lords.
I will put to test.
God, I got hit by something that did 49 damage. Oh boy, boy. Yeah, that. That was 32. I think it was like me stepping into the acid puddles. That's probably what happened. Just like circling around is sometimes not an option. These guys are only halfway there, and I'm almost done. How long do these poison puddles stay up, for goodness sake? Oh god, I think this might be it. Oh, nope. Very close to being it. Can't swap anything out at this point. Rage Spirit. Yeah, Rage Spirit would be real nice right now, huh? So it's not far enough. Okay. There it is. Alright. Well, it's an endgame mode for a reason. You need seriously built-out characters for it. Either that or, you know, upgraded equipment. Probably shouldn't have tried to tackle it as a samurai who didn't have that much of a skill tree set out, and not that much in the way of built weapons either. Okay, well, we can try another character. I think I got a better built-out character I could probably
Through the great void, we must endure.
give a go here.
Death answers.
Yeah, Necromancer. This is the one that gets me through a lot. I'm just gonna do one and fight.
The hunt begins. The portal won't open itself.
I just noticed they give you infinite rerolls, so you really do basically get to choose which boss you want to fight first. Like Brokenth. Yeah, that's the loop,
Nothing
right?
survives long in the desert.
You
Not
get
even hope.
15 void fragments out of the field, you battle a boss, and then you can choose like between one of 2 big upgrades to kind of enhance your abilities for the next section. You gotta like defeat 4 titans before you can go challenge the final area. But it looks like you can go fight on from there, but I haven't done that personally because this mode takes quite a while. So where the hell are my skeletons? Oh no, I see them, I see them. Just that they are
A dark
not that
gift for
strong.
the Reaper.
I think this is what I get for not leveling up at first and trying to leap into doing a 3 difficulty spot quickly. It'll be fine.
The path approaches. So does their doom.
Survived things before, and I'll survive them again. Do I want to summon elves? Not really. They don't like fall into a big category like some of the other summons do. There we go. I like tigers. You like tigers? I think tigers are cool.
Oh, intoxicating.
Yes, I have to agree. Summoning more stuff is very intoxicating.
The lock is breaking. I can feel it.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Bone by bone. The Titan's door will open.
See, I'm gonna go to the thing at the bottom. So I think I'm gonna just banish all the... Or, you know what? So these guys apply Doom. Maybe it's fine if I just pick up the Doom ailment thing. Much like I'll probably pick up Bleed if that shows up. Ah, Battle Moose.
The gods answered.
Nothing more fearsome than a Battle Moose, right? It's always the word of advice. If you see moose, take cover, right? Try to not see moose. Moose are ornery, and they're also very strong. If you anger moose, then good luck. Makes me glad that moose aren't very common in where I live. Do I want to apply poison? Made an exception for Doom because these guys do Doom, but I'll just go for powerful strikes. Oh, bears. Bears. Alright. Guess we'll see if we get another swamp creature or another animal. Oh, it's a swamp creature. I was thinking of like shadow enemy as well, but didn't get any of those.
A gift from the beyond. Another piece.
Oh, now we get skeletal archers. Okay. Is there anything I want to boot here? Oh. Maybe the battle moose? And stun is handy. not like the archers apply anything, they just do a lot of range damage. You know what, I'll stick with my current loadout.
Boom, the Titan blood. A whisper of strength.
This might actually be my favorite build to go for in this game, just something that's summon heavy, right? Because they actually have like certain runes that actually specifically enhance your summons in some way. I got a few of them, right? This one's not like summon related in general, but the fact that you get like one extra skill slot, right? Even if your damage is decreased in general, the fact that you get like just more things on the field kind of makes up for that. Then you also have right, the number of extra units that you can get in the summon stack is increased by 1, which is nice. And this one reduces the damage you deal, but increases the damage all the summons deal, so you just go all in on summons, this is a net benefit. And you have here just an increased amount of damage depending on the number of summons you have, so especially good for summon-centric builds, but any other character that maybe wants to kind of, you know, maybe splash into summons could benefit from it as well. Because, yeah, you only need 30 units in total to get the maximum benefit from it, so you don't have to devote every skill slot towards a summon if you don't want to. Yeah, we'll do crit strikes as well.
Precisely what I needed.
And a 15. Probably didn't need to do that one, actually.
The lock is breaking.
That
I can
was
feel
quick.
it.
Oh, there's a move over there. Alright. Do that one and wrap it up. Ah, good. It's just enemies. A rare sentence. Ah, good. It's just enemies, right? As opposed to, more powerful, more dangerous stuff.
Bone by bone.
I got that experience booster in time.
The Titan's door will open.
Let's go open the Titan door.
This one guards the blood. Let's bleed it dry.
You know, that's like a wholly appropriate sentence, actually. It's you again, Brokenth the player. I guess it makes sense that they call Brokenth the player because, yeah, their arena is a coliseum.
Through the great void we endure.
Just like that, they're vaporized. Alright. Well, probably shouldn't get Seasoned Gladiator. Maybe I'll do Instincts, right? Less move speed, but it's fine. I'm not the one who needs to be... Well, I do need to be on the move, but all these other guys being able to kick more butt probably come in handy. Okay, let's go fight the Scorpion again. We'll see the other two bosses. I think there's only 4 Titans to fight against anyway, so...
I shall learn them.
Makes me slightly amused that they offer you a choice of 3 and a reroll, because more likely than not, the boss you do want to face will probably be on there. You know, that would probably make a good post-launch update too, just adding more bosses, right? More Lords of the Void, more Titans.
Gods answered.
I guess if they do add a new mode, they probably have a new boss for that as well. So that super workout. Oh my god. This 30% is really is something. Slow as molasses. But it's fine. I'm not the one who has to do the fight. You guys are pretty darn strong. It's like walking up to a crowd of enemies and then making them die.
Perfect timing.
But still, if I can find the speed boost passive, that sure would be nice. Alright, I forgot. I need to be hitting these points of interest here for the fragments. Let me get on that. Just kill some scorpions. Sub-Zeros, get the lid for now.
The path approaches. So does their doom.
See, Necromancer works a lot better for this mode because you don't have to follow a specific path. Right, the class-specific ability is boosted by enemies.
The lock is breaking.
Right, the enemies drop the class-specific items, so not gotta worry about activating it before you get into battle or anything like that.
Dominion in my hands.
Wait, it's over here. Cultist of Heresy.
Bone by bone, the Titan's door will open.
Okay. I wonder if this game has like a memory leak or something, because I think I'm getting a bit of a performance hit here. Alright, hopefully it'll hold until this is all done.
The mineral of worth. The blacksmith will crave this. Another fragment. Another inch of fate.
Just need a boss to come by so I can...
Oh, intoxicating.
Oh, there was a speed power-up in that last selection. I didn't take it for some reason. It was only 10%, so it's not like it would have been that substantial of a boost. But still,
Precisely what I needed.
it all adds up, right? To be honest, it seems like this Necromancer is pretty tanky now. Probably thanks to the bears. Just like being near the bears, boosts my health and stuff. We'll just get that.
Soon the Titan blood.
We're at 11. We go up and down, that should do it, right?
Treasure like this never comes without teeth.
That's what else do the treasure chest. And if I can survive to the end of this bit, I'm gonna get a windfall of experience. swear, one of these times, I'm gonna get like that giant explosion of experience orbs, and this game is gonna crash or something.
A taste of true might.
Alright. Go here. Oh, jeez. What? Midori... Sorry. Midori Racing Neko. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. I am Azure Gale. I am a wandering VTuber. I like indie games. I like tabletop-esque games. I like racing games. I also like horde survival games that have come out of early access, which is why I'm playing Soulstone Survivors right now. How are you? How is your stream? What were you playing? Let me give you a shout out here. What were you doing? Oh, you were also playing Soulstone Survivors. Very nice, very nice. How was that? How did you do? How was your stream? I'm actually checking out like the final bits of the game here. We're doing the end game Titan Hunt mode. I tried an attempt previously with the Samurai, but probably shouldn't have done that because I only leveled him up to 70. So he got his face kicked in pretty handily. So we went back in as the Necromancer, which is way more leveled up, way more built out, and better weapons. But yeah, I hope you had a good time playing Soulstone Survivors and Midori Racing Neko and Raiders. If you need to step away from the stream, rest and refresh yourself, do a little stream aftercare, I totally understand. But if you want to see me come in here, slay some titans, then pull up a chair. First a lot of racing and then Soulstone Survivors. Oh, okay. 19 22 characters at level 250. Oh man. I'm not that far yet. I think I just got like 4 characters to max out their skill trees. Yeah, I got a ways to go to get everyone's alternate outfits, but this game is pretty fun. I think I'll probably try to at least get that. Get everyone's alternate outfits. In a racing game. What racing game were you playing before that? A lot of racing, huh? I do enjoy myself a good race game. Good time racing. Alright, let me get back in here in the meantime. I do apologize for for this game being really chuggy, but
A dark gift for the Reaper.
it's been on for a while, so I'm assuming this is like some sort of
Is breaking.
memory leak deal happening right now. Hopefully it'll abate once we get everything sucked into us. Almost 1,200 hours in the game, started with 1.0 update launched. Worth it with the lore and voice acting, yeah. Voice acting was like a bit of a surprise, but they did a pretty good job of it, right? Every line is read well, and it's not overly intrusive, so I like it. It kind of enhances the experience. Oh, you were playing the Crew Motorfest. Very nice. Yeah, they got Ferrari month going down right now. Enjoying the gigantic Ferrari blitz they've been doing with us. I actually streamed a session of Motorfest on this past Wednesday. It'll just be like going through all of the playlists that I kind of left alone up to that point, which included the Ferrari playlist, and we also got to check out the Red Bull stuff. So that was a fun time.
So does
Yeah, again,
their
thank you
doom.
so much for the raid, Midori Racing Neko.
A gift from the beyond. This one guards the blood. Let's bleed it dry.
Yes, me and my army of summons. We're going to declaw this scorpion. Yeah, it's still a little choppy, but it's a little bit more bearable.
Through the great void we endure.
Alright, just stand out of range for a bit and let your minions just take them out. Voice acting is actually done by actual voice actors. Oh, you saw it on their social media. Okay. I was not expecting that. That's pretty cool. Let's go fight Ornstein and Smo over here. I have to look that up now. I'm curious as to see, like, you know, who voices which character. I have to admit, I'm like a bit of a voice actor nut as well, so if I see like a familiar name voicing a character, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Admittedly, it's like a bit hard to tell here because the voices have like a bit of post-processing effects and modulation done to them, but still, pretty cool.
Precisely what I needed.
Months of work, they said in the patch notes, 2,500 voice lines. That doesn't surprise me. They had the opening cutscene, and they have 22 characters with a lot of things to say. I could easily see each one of them having like hundreds of lines to record there. And yeah, it's not just the Void Hunters as well, right? It's like the guys like the blacksmith and the fellas in the opening cutscene.
The minion in my hands.
Yeah, it's always funny to think about, right? Especially because, you know, if you're not in the voice acting scene, it's not something you pay attention to too much, but when they put the numbers out there, it's like, yeah, these guys had to stay in the booth for several hours, they had to say a bunch of lines, and they come back over several days and things like that. It's like, oh, a lot of work goes into, you know, making the voices for these. Something you can appreciate when you see all the effort they put into it. If you defeat Void King for the first time, you get a credit scene there, is every name from the team plus voice actors. Also a special group where I am in. You're in the credits too. Ooh, nice. A special contribution to the game. That's a nice touch. It's always nice to be able to have a hand in getting this game over to 1.0. It's been in the works for quite some time, and once again, I have forgotten I need to actually hit the points of interest. I can't just kill things, I need to get void fragments. That requires me to go to these skulls and pop them and make things die like super fast. Oh no, tentacles. Yeah, gotta defeat these quick. Don't want them lingering for sure.
The lock is breaking.
Just like that, they are
I can
done.
Feel it.
Come on, hang in there. We still got like 2 areas to go after this. Unfortunately, it's not really like a checkpoint or anything you could do, right? It's not like you can pause
A dark hit.
you can pause mid-run and come back to it later.
So does their doom.
Or can you? I don't know. Is that a feature? I feel like for a mode like this, that might come in handy.
Another
Right, even if runs
Another in.
maybe only take like 30 minutes. You know, sometimes you don't even have 30 minutes, right? Man, they are dropping a lot of low difficulty
Bone by
spots
bone,
here.
The Titan's door will open.
Sure would be nice if we could just get like the shadow bosses to show up so I can vacuum all these experience gems to me. And on the bright side, they are very, very easy fry to take care of.
Another piece.
It's like the Rick and Morty meme, you know? 20 minutes, easy in, easy out.
The lock is breaking. I can
Is that a
feel
special
it.
enemy?
Even cowards leave something behind.
I saw a yellow portal open for a moment there. I think that was a big deal. Ah, there we go. Time for vacuum. There's also a tip from my end. You can make your skills more invisible for more view in the battlefield, and damage numbers off helps in FPS. You know what? You're probably right about that. I could probably do a little bit more optimization on that end. You know what? Let's just do that right now. So it's really starting to chug here. There's interface, right? Turn off that. And let's see. Imagine it must be in the graph. Yeah, special effects visibility. Whoop. All the way down.
The gods answered.
It'll be less flashy now, but it'll also be a lot more visible. Oh god. I mean, it's visible, but just use I and O key. Those are the fast buttons while in the battle. Oh! Ah, didn't know that. Thanks for the heads up. I'll have to keep that in mind for next time. I have to assume at this point it's just a performance issue because
Another fragment. Another inch of fate.
this game usually runs fine, but I usually don't keep it on for this long. Oh! Yeah, and thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate it. That means we are at 300 followers now. Woo! That is a milestone. We're rising up.
The path approaches. So does their doom.
So I think all these points of interest should get me up to 15. Man, they're really stingy about giving me 3 and 4 shard zones. It's fine.
Another piece. Soon the Titan blood.
Oh. Just a 1 difficulty of Lords in the Void, so I just have to defeat 2 of them. That's fine. I can mess with this. Jeez. I think I was trying to walk through Lords there.
Bone by bone. The Titan's door will open.
Oh my god. I wonder if just like all these summoned units are also not really helping here. It's like a bunch of extra bodies that they gotta render on the
A
field.
gift from the beyond.
They gotta put a lot of enemies on too. I assume they like cut from the same cloth. There we go. That's everything.
It's breaking. I can feel it.
Should help alleviate some things for a bit.
The Titan's final breath. I'll take it now.
Along with the blood. We really need that blood. These guys don't have a special title. They are just Valkage. Oh no, they have a title up there. It's just that they have to introduce them as a pair, so that's their special. Starts out slow, but once the damage piles on, it really piles on.
Just blood.
Okay. What do I want? Max health and area modifier or electrified chance? This when you cast a skill, consume 12 stacks of electrified to release jolts of electricity. I'll just go with health and area modifier. This will probably be better for me. Alright, who to battle next? We haven't fought the spider yet. Let's fight the spider. Yeah, one extra special power-up from each boss.
The hunt begins.
Okay.
And death walks beside me.
The blue spot up here. Alright, good. Not bosses. There was one run I was doing where it felt like they were just kind of throwing bosses after boss after boss at me. It's like a little bit.
Another piece. Soon the Titan blood.
Well, Portal is XP Treasure Room, which gives you a good boost for the next Titan Hunt boss. Oh! Is that what that was? I assumed it was just like a extra special difficulty area or something, but... Alright, I'll have to keep that in mind. Thanks for the heads up.
Precisely what I needed.
And I can see, like, the fourth area, these bosses have, like, hundreds of millions of health. They're pretty durable, but thankfully my summons are a lot more powerful than they are durable.
Taste of
Spawns more often if you are missing the gold portal, but if you use it, one maximum gold portal? Okay. So you only get to encounter gold portal, you only get to enter a gold portal once per run? That makes sense. That's probably the kind of thing that could easily spiral out of control if they just let you hit it again and again.
their doom. Even cowards leave something behind.
This thing. To that green point of interest over there. There he is. Oh! That's the little creature that's showed up. Alright. That's like an ARPG staple right there, right? The little bonus creature that shows up and drops a lot of loot if you can defeat it before it manages to escape. Wow, they're all one. That's fine. We're at 10 to 15, so we're pretty close to wrapping this up. Hopefully this will give us a big one. Yeah, it is a loot goblin. It is actually a loot goblin.
Another fragment, another inch of fate.
That green one down there. Over here. Kill the spiders, kill the spiders. Yeah, some XP when you hit it.
Soon the Titan blood.
Alright, so we just need this other 2-1 here, or this other 2 spot up here, and that will get us all the shards we need for this area. no longer an instant vaporization, but these guys are going down pretty quickly. Right? All the summons just focus in on a boss, then they tend to fall pretty handily.
Even bones grow stronger.
You mean even bones? Bones do grow stronger, right? They just grow stronger in general. That's
I
why
can feel it.
people usually recommend you drink your milk, because your bones grow stronger. Gotta get that calcium.
This one guards the blood. Let's bleed it dry.
You get some spider blood. It's like Ira neck. Brood mother. Yeah, look at that. It starts slow and then it just starts accelerating.
Titan slain.
It's like a
Blood
car.
secured. On to the next.
Alright. They're actually both not bad. What does it take? I could be faster, or I could do dazed. I'll do this one, because I already got, like, a lot of poison stuff, so... Alright. Let's go to the gold portal before we hit up this final area here. Ah, the treasure room. Alright, I know how this works.
Treasure like this never comes
Don't
without
touch any of the
heat.
actual treasure. Right? Because then the cave starts collapsing and you gotta hop on the carpet to get the heck out of there. But really, that's it. It's just a bunch of experience, no strings attached. I was expecting to have to fight like a super hard
Dark gift for the Reaper.
boss or something, but this is fine. Free! Alright. No traps. That's good to know. I do like a no strings attached kind of reward. So yeah, I really could just take your time, walk around, get your stuff. Actually helps a lot, yeah! Yeah, like a lot of experience, right? Enough to get a whole bunch more upgrades to make yourself a little bit more strong. A little bit more capable to take on the challenges ahead. Like, right, even if you get like the common and uncommon stuff, it's still a boost, right? Every little bit helps.
A taste of true might.
And it's nice to be able to just like have a bit of a smooth goings for a bit, right? Not have to worry about some major hitching. Alright, we did it. We got all the Titan blood, so we could continue to fight bosses, or we could just go to the final area, which is what we're gonna do.
Finally, it's time. The primordial portal awaits the blood.
But you gotta do this, a bit of a dramatic walk down this hallway. This is how the game starts, right? The opening cutscene has you going down this hall as a fella. And then you get to the end of the hall, and you know, you see all your other Void Hunter partners here in this room going, yeah, we're gonna take on the Void King! And then you go in there, you fight, you do the tutorial, and then the guy's like, wait, we've been betrayed! And then you get your butt kicked, and then the game begins proper. Time to unlock the next sigil. Oh! Go further than the red zones. My bad. Is there another
Void
secret I missed?
King, I'm closer than your whispers think.
Oh, I'll keep it in mind the next time. Oh, I see the hub. Okay. Now, I like that, right? When you start this run, too, you're in, like, in another room where you can kind of see the main menu shot from below. It's pretty cool, right? It's like a whole Void Hunter organization they got going here. Whole entire group dedicated to taking down this Void King. Unfortunately, they kind of got bamboozled, so they gotta
A gift from the beyond.
work with this first. And also, right, I need to go get the shards again. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? Yep, yeah. It's a nice touch, right? Something to make this feel like an interconnected world. I can dig that. This place is especially tricky because it feels like a lot of the void shard points show up in like the smaller areas, so there's a high chance you'll have like not that much room to maneuver around. Gotta be especially careful with where you dodge and everything.
Almost there. I can feel his fear.
It becomes especially tricky when you have to fight the Shadow Lords. Luckily they're not having us do that just yet. Watch it, the next two fights will just be that.
He's frightened. This will loosen the way.
It's the next point of interest. We'll do the green one. Oh no, I see a purple one at the bottom. Oh, it's fine. That'll get us to the 15 we need.
Perfect timing. His curse is losing hold. I feel
That's in a really small area, though. You know what they say, no guts, no glory. Oh, and it's the Shadows of the Void battle. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's see how long this takes me. Oh man, there's 4 of them. At least it's not 5. Oh jeez, is that a flamethrower? Alright. I think I'm okay here for now. Let's make sure I collect some parts so I get the abominations to come out and fight me.
Dominion in my hands. Void fragments in hand.
It honestly wasn't that bad. Oh. We're almost there. We're about ready to
That's the way.
take on the final boss of this run. Me and my army of skeletal apparitions, animals, and swamp animals. Rolling on up to take on the final boss of the Titan Hunt.
One death to seal them all. I'll finish the dynasty forever.
Always with the forevers.
He took my heart, my oath, my soul,
Uh-oh.
and I ascended. Now kneel.
Okay, so it's just like a random corrupted hunter. I could have sworn every other time I did a Titan Hunt, I had to fight a corrupted barbarian, so I just assumed the corrupted barbarian was always the final boss. But I'm guessing that's just like a selection of, you know, corrupted void hunters. One of the 22 you gotta battle. So this guy also drops like a special boost, but I guess that's if you want to like start looping around, but
Taste of true might.
oh yeah, I gotta do this.
First mark burns. 4 more to summon him.
There are currently a few corrupted void hunters right now. Ah, I see. I wonder if they plan on adding more, but we're just gonna wrap up this run. Call it a win, right? Know when to pack it up and go home, especially because you know, got the whole performance thing going on. Yeah, I assume once you get through like all 5 tiers of the Titan Hunt, then you can fight against the true final boss, and then you know you kick that guy's butt, and then roll credits and all that, but I think that has been a pretty good look at Soulstone Survivors 1.0, right? A complete product from top to bottom. You know, a lot of stuff to do, a cohesive plot from start to finish, plenty of things to go for, right? Lots of things to get, lots of things to enjoy along the way, right? The combination potential is immense between the weapons you can equip, the runes you can choose from, the skills you can kind of throw into the pool or omit as you see fit. So yeah, you will get there. Thanks. It'll take some time, but it's a matter of time, right? Not a matter of luck. A lot of grind, I must say, which I like. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have that, right? I'd say this is like one of those games that you can play while you have like a podcast or maybe another show or some other stream you're watching. Just have this in the background while you're doing the other thing, right? It's a good one of those, right? But yeah, that has been a look at Soulstone Survivors 1.0. But for now, I think I will go ahead and call things here. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked, excuse me, I appreciate each and every one of you. Still trying to decide what I want to do with this week, right? Trying to think if I want to stream on Tuesday or not, but I'll figure something out and put out the schedule on Monday. But yeah, if not that, then I'll... Oh, you know, I realized I need to decide something to do on Wednesday too, because completed Grid 2019 and we did Motorfest, so yeah, okay, I had to pick a racing game to do on Wednesday as well. Okay, well, there's a lot to do, but I'll let you know what I do on Monday. But for now, let's look for someone to raid, shall we? Let's continue this raid train. Although I should probably put up some music to listen to in the background. Let me do that first. Probably like a Soulstone Survivors OST on YouTube, right? Can loop that, loop the main menu theme. That. Oh yeah, it's on there. By Game Smithing. Guys who made it. You know what, we can just let the whole thing loop through. I don't think I'm gonna take all that time to find someone to raid. I have some ideas in mind who I want to raid, but we can look around. We can look around. A lot of folk song, but that makes sense. It's a summer weekend. We'll find someone. Still a handful of people playing Uma Musume. Tried going back to that one again, trying to do another run. But even like turbo skipping everything is Still means I gotta spend a lot of time playing it. You know, it's fine for what it is, right? It's like one of the, I feel like that's like the thing with most of the gacha games. It's fine on the first playthrough, but it's the part where you gotta like do things over and over to get more resources to build your characters and weapons up. That's where it starts losing me. Right? If it doesn't have like a reliable way to greatly cut down the amount of time in which you're spending to get more stuff, then that's the point where I start bouncing off a lot more quickly. Hey, don't get me wrong, Uma Musume is great for what it is, right? The characters are great, and the UI they put out for the PC version of the game is also great. I think I just had my fill of it. Oh, wait. Oh. I think I might have found someone, actually. Or, you know what? On the other hand, I have another route I can go here. Maybe I should have done this first. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Never mind. All right. I think I have decided. Let's go over here real quick. And see if they have raids open. Alright, looks like they do, so... having second thoughts, though. I think I should raid. Now, let's see who else is out there real quick. Expecting someone else, but... Oh, you know what? Okay, I think I found someone. Yeah, alright. We'll go right down. I didn't realize they just started. This is convenient. Need this to load. Oh my god. I need to close this game post haste once I end the stream because I think it is like adversely affecting the rest of my system. Actually, I don't know why. Okay. I mean, they should have raids open. They usually have raids open. Okay. Raid message today is pretty straightforward one. Soulstone raid. Fella, we're going to raid into is Zuzu. They are going to play Uma Musume. Haha. Yeah, speaking of Uma Musume, we're gonna raid into someone playing Uma Musume. After a bunch of intense void slaying, we can settle down and chill with a bit of horse racing, right? Well, horse girl racing, but yeah, gonna be a fun time either way, right? Let's go over and give Zuzu our support. If you're joining on the raid, give them Soulstone raid. If not, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you sometime this week. Take care. I really do hope that they maybe add some post-launch stuff for this game, right? Give us a few more characters, at least. That'd be cool. Alright, see ya.